Hello viewers, Murray here with Murray's Mobile Mechanics and welcome to the channel. Today I'm working on a 2007 Hyundai Sonata 2.4 liters and this is the 4-cylinder engine, and I'm going to show you how to replace the upper and lower front control arms. So let me show you exactly how they are looking and then we'll go from there. So this car is already secured. You can see I took off the wheel, 521 millimeter lug nuts. The tire is right there and you can see it is secured by two jack stands and still on the jack, and it is choked at the far back left right there. So this car is set to be worked on. So right now you can see this is how bad the controls are, and if you look at the lower control, that's the front upper control I just showed you. This is the lower control, so the bushings are blown, that's why we are replacing them. So right here there's always a plastic cover which is right here, held by three 10mm bolts, and at the bottom we have this big cover as well. I took it out, it's held by about 11mm 10 bolts, so I took that out as well. So right now I'll go ahead and show you how I'm gonna take this control arms out. So the passenger side is totally different with the driver's side, so I'll show you the difference and let's get going. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the 70mm nut. We take off this cutter pin out and take the nut out, not all the way, we'll leave it somewhere, and then we're going to take out this 12mm bolt holding the ABS line and the brake line. We'll take off this 12mm bolt right there for the brake line as well, and this one for the ABS sensor as well, because we want to have these guys rough play. We'll take off this 70mm bolt nut out for the sway bar link, and also this 12mm bolt for the brake line right there. We'll also take out this 70mm nut and the bolt head on the other side, and let me do that and then I'll bring you guys back. So at some point the sway bar link will spin together with the back of it, so I'm going to use a vice grip just to make sure it comes out easily, like so. I just wanted to point out on this part right here. Hello viewers, so you can see now we got all the brake lines loose. We need this plate because we don't want to damage or stretch things. So right now I'll go ahead and take this cutter pin off and then loosen this 70mm nut right there. Hello viewers, so this is the cutter pin for the upper control arm. These are pretty old school cutter pin, I like them. So right now we are going to loosen this bolt, the nut, just like so. So we are not going to take it all the way. I think that's good. So right now I'm going to grab a hammer and then we are going to work this part right here. We separate the upper control arm from the knuckle right there. So let me grab a hammer and I'll bring you guys back. So I'll use a hammer just to hit on the knuckle to separate the upper control arm from the knuckle. So this is how we're going to do it. And now you can see there is the separation. You just have to hit it right there. So right now I'll leave it just like so. We are going to actually take out this 70mm bolt and nut, and let me set myself up. I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so right now we are going to disconnect the lower strut bracket from the control arm, which is the lower control arm, and mind you we are dealing with the upper control arm, but this is what it takes to get the upper control arm. So I'm using a 19, I say 17, it's a 19 bolt head, and then on the other side we'll use 19mm wrench to support that nut right there. So we are going to use the impact wrench to take this bolt out. It comes off just like so. Keep up taking this whole bolt out completely. We're going to do it this way, and you see why I have to take that bolt out completely. So let me bring you back on the other side to take the upper control from the top. So right now we can go ahead and just take this nut out completely, just like so, and just be mindful to make sure this doesn't fall off this way so that you damage the CV axle. Just let it lean on the side. So you can see how bad this upper control arm is. You can see this ball joint is pretty bad, and these bushings are completely blown. So you see, you can't access those bolts. So what we're going to do now is, the reason why we took this strut bracket bolt out, we are going to come on top right here. We're going to take off these 3 40mm nuts, and then the strut will fall down, and then we'll have access to those 2 bolts holding the upper control. So let me do that and I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so right now we take off these 3 nuts. Hello viewers, so you can see now, after lowering the strut down, we have enough room to get to the inner bolts of the upper control, one there and one on this side. So right now I'll go ahead with my impact wrench to take the bolts out completely. Hello viewers, so now it's time to take the other side out. I loosen it a little bit more. So using the power tools actually helps to have the job move quicker. So right now you can see, once we raise this up, this upper control just comes out just like so. So I want to show you how these bushings are blown. You can see this is how bad they are. This cannot support the car or the weight of the car. These are completely bad. So right now I'll go ahead and bring in the new one and then reinstall it and then show you how it goes back in. Hello viewers, so you can see we got the new one right here, and I'm using Detroit Axle parts, budgetable parts. I'm not sponsored, so you can see the difference between the bushing setup. So we are good to go, and I believe the part number for the right side should be this one right here, and I believe this is the back number. So I'm going to set it up off camera and I'll bring you guys back up once everything is set to go. Hello viewers, so that's the setup. Always make sure you start your bolts by hand. Make sure you get as many threads as you can to make sure you don't damage the threads. So you can see I got as much as I can on the threads. So right now I'll go ahead and reinstall the strut back from the top, and then we go from there. Hello viewers, so right now we are at the top. I'll go in with my tool and I'll just zip the bolts just a little bit, not too tight. The other one on this side too, right there, not too tight. This is just to allow the control to be firm. So right now I'll start bringing the strut up, and then we go from there. So this part, if you have an extra hand, it works better, but you can do it with just by yourself. So one hand will come at the bottom and push the strut up to here, and then we'll put the bolts, the nuts back on top right here. So this is what I was saying, if you have an extra hand, it works much better. But even by yourself, you can do it just like so. So this is okay for now. We'll talk this later. So right now we have to switch and go and take out the lower control. So basically this is how we are looking. I just need to bring the control down just like so. Then you actually bring it down, you can see, and we're going to connect it right here. Let me do that off camera and I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so right now I'm connecting the upper control to the nut on, just like so. We're going to put the nut on, and then we still have to torque the 2 bolts inside there, and then torque this one and put the cutter pin on. So basically that's how you replace the upper control on the 2007 Hyundai Sonata 2.4 liters engine. So stay tuned and we'll see you on the next one.